the Tennessee Titans, taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Brandon Ayuk returning it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he...
The 40 before he's out of bounds.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 17 carries, 62 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. First carry now for Trey Sermon, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So here are the Titans backed up to start this drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he will have a Titans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, a run with Carter. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The numbers on the ground for Carter a week ago. 18 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
He's checking crash.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December. And oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded at the 20. Good footwork at the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Hey,
the gun now on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrive at this 2-0 score. See if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board, knowing
Looks like
that
soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Garoppolo on 1st down. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second down and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. What is cold?
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll run with Carter. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Robert Woods, his 6th Titans are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
31's the mic. Watch the curve. 31's the mic. They can't hang with us.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a for 10. They'll run on first down. It's Carter, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
54. Mike 54. Target.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Here comes Carter. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there at 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the league.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's getting off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
57. Mike, 57.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9th. First half of play. Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks of the NFL season. A lot of races going to be coming right down to the wire. Before we get it back to you guys, let's check out what we have coming up this weekend on the Week 16 NFL slate. Some great games coming up this weekend, 2 on Christmas Day. Cleveland traveling up to Lambeau to take on the Packers, and then later, Indianapolis taking on Arizona. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Chicago Bears. And finally, on Monday Night Football.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A big pickup there on the run.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Mike, 5 more, Mike, 5 more.
He'll look to throw.
Big stop, let's go.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Maurice Hurst on the tackle. The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Watch the run, watch the run. 54's must. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Carter. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning defensive player of the week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And that will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And you're going to come for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
If these guys are going to chomp into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Garoppolo's throw complete here to Ayuk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
31's the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. It's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for me. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Defense all day.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch twins. Hey. 4 down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's a give to Carter. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
finish a successful one. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
57, Mike, 57.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throw right side, complete to Carter. He'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring out the third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's making up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Carter. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's got Fuller. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. They set up the screen for Sermon. Powerful running. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 15 yards. And the 49ers.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. He's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Titans are going to take possession here. And they'll... They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Carter. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
He was brought down by Jason with 30. A gain of 2. Makes it 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, here's Carter. And down he'll go at the 25. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing, just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3, yeah, your coaches will get on you. They'll say, we should have the shutout. But they also will be pretty satisfied with that type of a performance.
So for Tennessee, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.